Be me, 28-year-old software developer working remotely, living my best life playing Elden Ring and eating cereal for dinner like a functioning adult. Get invited to my buddy's birthday party at some upscale bar downtown. Don't usually do social events, but he's been my friend since college, so I go. Show up in jeans and a hoodie because I forgot what dress code means. Everyone else is dressed like they're attending a wedding or a funeral, can't tell which. My friend introduces me to his girlfriend's friend group. There's this girl named Claire who immediately sizes me up like I'm a Dark Souls boss she's about to fight. She's wearing this designer outfit that probably costs more than my gaming PC. So you're the famous hermit Jake talks about. I prefer the term independent introvert, but sure. She laughs, but it's that condescending laugh people do when they think they're better than you. Her friends are all giggling and I can tell something is up. One of them whispers something about a bet and Claire shoots her a look. Whatever. I grab a drink and find the quietest corner to hide in. 30 minutes into the party and Claire approaches me again. You look miserable. I'm having the time of my life. Can't you tell by my resting dead inside face? Why did you even come? Jake's been my friend for 10 years and threatened to show up at my apartment if I didn't. She sits down next to me without asking, which is bold. I made a bet with my friends. Congratulations. I hope you win whatever it is. The bet is about you, actually. Now she has my attention because that's concerning. I bet them I could make you fall in love with me in 3 months. I actually laugh out loud at this, which seems to offend her. That's the dumbest thing I've heard all week, and I watch YouTube drama channels. You don't think I could do it. I don't think anyone could do it. I'm emotionally unavailable and perfectly content with my life. Everyone says that until they meet the right person. The right person for me is whoever designed the combat system in Devil May Cry 5. She looks at me like I'm speaking another language. 3 months, if I can make you fall for me, you have to admit I was right. And what do I get when you fail? When I fail, I'll never bother you again, and I'll publicly admit I was wrong. Deal. This is going to be the easiest bet you've ever lost. Week 1 of this ridiculous bet, and Claire starts texting me constantly. Good morning texts with sunrise photos, like we're in some romance anime. Did you sleep well? I was fighting Millennia until 4 a.m., so no, I did not sleep well. Who's Millennia? The boss that represents my will to live, constantly dying. She sends me articles about healthy sleep schedules like I'm a child, invites me to brunch which I decline because I don't wake up before noon on weekends. She shows up at a coffee shop near my apartment coincidentally while I'm working. Fancy seeing you here. This is literally 3 blocks from my place. The coincidence is minimal. Can I sit? It's a free country. She sits and orders some complicated drink that has like 7 modifications. I'm drinking black coffee like a normal person. How can you drink that? It's so bitter. It matches my personality. You're not as dark and brooding as you think you are. That's exactly what someone who doesn't know me would say. She tries to ask about my work, and I explain software development in the most boring technical terms possible. Her eyes glaze over after 2 minutes, which is exactly what I wanted. You're doing this on purpose. Doing what? Having a conversation about my career. Making it boring so I'll leave. Is it working? No. Damn, she's more persistent than I thought. Week 2, and she invites me to an art gallery opening that her friend is hosting. I don't do art galleries. They're filled with pretentious people pretending to understand paint on canvas. You haven't even tried. How do you know you won't like it? I've seen art before. It's just pictures on walls. I comprehend the basic concept of visual media. Come with me, and I'll buy you dinner after, anywhere you want. Free food is my one true weakness, and she knows it. I agree reluctantly because my wallet appreciates not paying for meals. The art gallery is in this converted warehouse with exposed brick and mood lighting. It's exactly as pretentious as I imagined it would be. People standing around drinking wine from tiny glasses and nodding sagely at abstract paintings like they're decoding ancient hieroglyphics. What do you think of this piece? Claire asks, pointing at a canvas that's literally just red and blue squares. It looks like someone gave up halfway through a game of Tetris and called it deep. It's supposed to represent the duality of human nature, the eternal struggle between passion and logic. It's squares, Claire, geometric shapes arranged on canvas. My 5-year-old nephew could make this and probably has. She tries not to smile, but I can see the corner of her mouth twitching. We move to another painting that's just black with a single white dot in the corner. This one is called Existential Void. That's just a lazy PowerPoint background someone is charging $8,000 for. You're impossible. I'm realistic. There's a difference that society refuses to acknowledge. The artist himself walks by and overhears me. Not a fan of abstract expressionism, I take it. Not a fan of overpriced geometric shapes masquerading as profound philosophical statements. Claire looks mortified, but the artist actually laughs. Fair critique. At least you're honest, unlike these people. He gestures at the crowd. We spend the next 30 minutes with the artist who admits half his work is satirical. I made that red and blue piece in 10 minutes, sold it for 12 grand. You're my hero, I tell him. Claire is shaking her head but smiling. I can't believe you befriended the artist by insulting his work. It's called networking through honesty. We spend another hour roasting the other artwork, and I have to admit, it's actually kind of fun. See, you're enjoying yourself, you're smiling and everything. I'm enjoying making fun of overpriced paint spills. There's a significant difference. Still counts as fun in my book. Dinner afterwards is at some fancy Italian place with white tablecloths and candles. She orders wine. I order Dr. Pepper because I'm a man of sophisticated taste. You're 28 years old and ordering soda at a nice restaurant like a child. You're 29 and trying to win a bet by taking a stranger to dinner. We all have our embarrassing quirks. I'm 27 actually. You told me you were 29 last week when we were at the coffee shop. I was testing if you were paying attention to details. Sounds exactly like something a 29-year-old trying to hide her age would say. She throws a piece of bread at my face. I catch it and eat it because wasting food is wrong. Did you just eat the bread I threw at you? You made it easy to catch, good arm strength, probably played softball in college. How did you know that? Lucky guess mixed with stereotyping. The waiter brings our food, and I order the most expensive thing on the menu out of spite. The bet was I'd buy you dinner, not that I'd buy you a small car payment. Should have specified a price limit, rookie mistake. You're the worst. And yet here you are, still trying to make me fall in love. Questionable decision making. Week 3 and my friend Jake calls me. Dude, Claire won't shut up about you. That's concerning. Should I file a restraining order? She thinks you're hilarious. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to get her to leave me alone. Is it working? No, she's like a very attractive cockroach. Impossible to get rid of. Did you just call her attractive? In the context of cockroaches, yes. You like her. I tolerate her existence. There's a massive difference. Jake laughs and tells me Claire's friends are shocked she hasn't won the bet yet. Apparently she's never failed at anything in her life. She went to Harvard, runs her own marketing company, and has never been rejected. There's a first time for everything. She's genuinely trying, though. That's the problem. She's trying to win a bet, not actually interested in me as a person. Are you sure about that? Positive, nobody actually wants to date a guy who eats cereal for every meal and hasn't touched grass in weeks. Week 4, and Claire shows up at my apartment unannounced. How did you get my address? Jake gave it to me. Traitor. I'm removing him from my Steam friends list. I brought food. She's holding bags from an actual grocery store with real ingredients. What is this? I'm cooking you dinner. I have a microwave and hot pockets. I'm set. You're going in to get scurvy. That's a pirate disease. It's a vitamin C deficiency disease. She pushes past me and starts unpacking vegetables in my kitchen like she owns the place. My apartment is a disaster zone of empty energy drink cans and game cases. Do you ever clean? I have a system. Organized chaos. This is just chaos. The organized part is implied. She starts cooking and I sit on my couch watching her like this is some kind of fever dream. Why are you doing this? Because you clearly can't take care of yourself. I've survived 28 years just fine. Survived is a generous term for what you're doing. The food actually smells incredible, which is annoying because now I'm hungry. She makes this pasta dish that tastes better than anything I've had in months. Okay, this is actually good. Was that a compliment? An observation. Don't let it go to your head. Too late. And we've fallen into this weird routine. She comes over twice a week to cook, and I've stopped protesting. In exchange, I let her watch me play video games, which she finds fascinating for some reason. How are you so calm? You've died 15 times to the same boss. 16th time's the charm. It's basic probability. That's not how probability works. It is in video game logic. You're insane, says the woman who voluntarily spends time with me, which raises questions about your judgment. She starts bringing her laptop and working from my couch, which becomes a regular thing. Don't you have an office with actual office furniture and professional lighting? Yes, but you're more entertaining than my coworkers, and they never shut up about their kids. I barely talk. How is that entertaining? Exactly. It's peaceful. Like having a very judgmental houseplant that occasionally makes sarcastic comments. Did you just compare me to a houseplant? A judgmental one, pay attention. One day she's on a call with a client who's being a complete jerk through her headphones. I can hear the guy yelling about some marketing campaign that didn't meet his unrealistic expectations. She's handling it professionally, but I can see her jaw clenching and her eye twitching slightly. After the call, she just sits there looking exhausted and defeated. Want me to hack his website and replace everything with pictures of cats? What? I'm joking, mostly, though I could probably do it if you want. Would take like 20 minutes tops. She actually laughs, like a real genuine laugh that makes her whole face light up. You're absolutely ridiculous. It's part of my limited charm. Gotta use what I've got. You have charm, more than you think, actually. Apparently enough charm that you're still here trying to win a bet about making me fall in love. Her face changes immediately, and I realize I might have hit a nerve. Right, the bet. Almost forgot about that, she says quietly. The atmosphere shifts and becomes awkward. I didn't mean it like that. No, you're right. That's why I'm here. Except her voice sounds weird when she says it, like she's trying to convince herself. We sit in uncomfortable silence for 5 minutes. I should probably go. You don't have to. I have work stuff anyway. She packs up her laptop quickly and leaves. I sit there feeling like I just failed a quick time event in a Telltale game. My phone buzzes an hour later. Sorry for being weird. See you Friday for cooking. You weren't weird. I was weird. Sorry. We're both weird. It's fine. Crisis averted, I think. Week 6 and something shifts between us in a way I can't quite explain. Claire stops with the obvious romantic gestures and Instagram-worthy date attempts. We just hang out like actual friends who voluntarily enjoy each other's company. She introduces me to this Korean drama called Crash Landing on You that she swears is incredible. It's about a South Korean heiress who accidentally paraglides into North Korea. That's the dumbest premise I've ever heard, and I've watched all of Sword Art Online. Just watch one episode. Fine. But when it's terrible, I'm choosing what we watch for the next month. 3 episodes later, I'm completely invested in whether these idiots will confess their feelings. I can't believe you got me emotionally attached to fictional characters in a foreign language. Welcome to the club. We meet weekly to cry about relationships that don't exist. The guy is literally risking execution to see her. I know, it's beautiful and tragic. The second male lead clearly has better chemistry with her, though. Thank you. I've been saying this, but everyone online disagrees. We binged the entire 16-episode series in one weekend like degenerates. I ordered takeout 4 times because neither of us wants to stop watching to cook. That ending was absolute garbage and betrayed everything the show stood for. Right, like 12 episodes of careful build-up for them to rush the last episode. The manga probably did it better. There's no way the source material was this sloppy. There's a manga. I didn't know that. I immediately pull out my phone and order the entire series online with express shipping. She looks at me like I've grown a second head or revealed a secret identity. Why are you staring at me like that? Nothing. Just didn't peg you for a romantic who gets invested in love stories. I'm not a romantic. I'm just invested in proper narrative consistency and storytelling structure. Sure, that's definitely what it is. Keep telling yourself that. We start the second male lead's spin-off show immediately. If this one also has a bad ending, I'm writing a strongly worded letter to someone. To who? Haven't decided yet. Maybe the universe in general. She falls asleep on my couch during episode 3 of our spin-off marathon. Her head is on my shoulder, and she's snoring slightly, which is kind of cute in an annoying way. I grab the throw blanket from the back of the couch and put it over her without thinking too hard about it. When I realize what I just did, I have this moment of panic and existential crisis. Am I actually starting to care about this person beyond surface-level friendship? No, impossible. I'm just being a decent human being with basic empathy. I go back to my room and play Sekiro until 3 a.m. until my brain stops overthinking everything. The next morning, she wakes up confused. Did I fall asleep? For 6 hours? You missed the entire plot twist. Why didn't you wake me? You look tired, and I'm not a monster despite popular opinion. You're secretly nice. I knew it. Tell anyone, and I'll deny it. I have a reputation to maintain. Week 9 and Claire discovers I'm actually decent at fighting games. She's watching me play Guilty Strive online ranked matches. You just destroyed that person in under 30 seconds. They picked Saul bad guy against my Mei. Rookie mistake, honestly. I understood approximately none of those words. It's like rock, paper, scissors, but with more anime and combos. She watches me climb through ranks for 2 hours straight. This is actually impressive. You're like really good at this. It's the one thing I'm good at besides disappointing my parents. Your parents aren't disappointed in you. They wanted a doctor. They got a software developer who plays video games professionally on weekends. Wait, professionally? I mean semi-professionally. I've won some local tournaments, made decent prize money. Her eyes light up like she just discovered I have a secret superhero identity. You never mentioned this. You never asked about my hobbies beyond the surface level stuff. Show me your tournament wins. I pull up my channel that has like 3,000 subscribers. You have a following. A small one. Mostly people who appreciate high-level May gameplay. She watches old tournament footage of me winning a regional. You're actually kind of cool. Kind of is doing heavy lifting there. Okay, very cool, but don't let it go to your head. Too late. Ego has inflated to maximum capacity. Week 10, and she convinces me to enter a major tournament downtown. The prize pool is $5,000 for first place. That's a lot of money for playing a video game. Exactly, you should enter. I haven't competed in 6 months. I'm rusty. You beat someone online in 15 seconds yesterday. Online is different from offline tournaments. The pressure is real. I'll come watch and cheer you on. That's more pressure. Do it anyway. Tournament day arrives, and I'm nervous, which I hate admitting. Claire shows up wearing a custom t-shirt that says Team Anon on it. Where did you get that? I made it. There's matching ones for your fans. I have like 3 fans, and one is my mom. 4 fans now. The tournament is in a convention center filled with fighting game nerds. I'm in my element, but also terrified. First match, I'm against some kid who can't be older than 17. He picks Ramlethal and immediately tries to zone me out. I adapt and win 3-1. Claire is screaming from the audience, which is embarrassing but also motivating. Make it through winner's bracket to top 8. You're doing amazing. I'm sweating through my shirt. This is the opposite of amazing. Champion sweat. It's in the rule book. That's not a real rule book. Finals match is against this guy I've seen at previous tournaments. He's good, like actually really good. We go back and forth for 5 games. It's down to final round. Both of us at low health. I land a perfect dolphin combo and take the game. The crowd goes insane, which is maybe 15 people, but it feels huge. Claire jumps on me and almost knocks me over. You won. I'm aware. I was there. $5,000. Also aware. She kisses me on the cheek without thinking and then freezes. Sorry, caught up in the moment. It's fine. Victory kisses are acceptable. We collect the prize money and she insists on celebrating. Where do you want it to go? Nowhere. I want to go home and decompress. We're celebrating your win. Fine, but nowhere fancy. I'm still in my tournament clothes. We end up at a diner at midnight eating breakfast food. This is the best celebration ever, I say through a mouthful of pancakes. You're so weird, says the woman who made custom t-shirts for a video game tournament. I'm supportive. You're something. She steals a piece of my bacon. Hey, that's winner's bacon. Sharing is caring. I don't care. I want my bacon back. We argue about bacon sharing etiquette for 20 minutes. The waiter looks concerned about our relationship. Week 11 and I use part of the tournament money to upgrade my gaming setup. Claire helps me pick out a new monitor. Do you really need a monitor that costs $800? Do you really need 14 throw pillows? Point taken. We spend 3 hours in the electronics store testing different displays. They all look the same to me. That one has 144 Hz refresh rate. This one has better color accuracy. You're speaking another language again. It's tech language, very important distinction. End up buying the expensive monitor and a new mechanical keyboard. You're going to be broke. I literally just won $5,000, and you're spending half of it in one store. Investments in happiness. Back at my apartment, we set everything up. She sits and watches me configure all the settings. This is incredibly boring to watch. Then stop watching. Can't. It's like a car crash. Can't look away. After setup is complete, I let her try playing. Okay, so this button does what? That's punch. And this one, kick. What about this? That's the button that makes you lose. Helpful. She plays against the AI and gets demolished. This game hates me. The game doesn't hate you, you're just button mashing. I'm strategically pressing buttons in random order. That's the definition of button mashing. I spend an hour teaching her basic combos. She manages to beat the easiest AI once and acts like she won Evo. I did it. You beat tutorial mode AI. Still counts. Her excitement is actually endearing in an annoying way. Week 12 and Claire has to go on a business trip for 4 days. I'll be in Chicago meeting with clients. Okay, have fun with that. You're not going to miss me. I'll miss your cooking. Does that count? No, that doesn't count at all, actually. Then yes, I'll miss your company or whatever. So romantic. You knew what you were signing up for. She leaves, and my apartment feels weirdly empty. I try to go back to my old routine of gaming and eating cereal. It's not the same somehow. My cereal tastes worse. My games feel less fun. I've been domesticated. This is terrible. I tell Jake over Discord. You miss her. I miss having someone to talk to while gaming. You miss her specifically. That's what I said. No, you said someone. I said her. There's a difference. You're being pedantic. You're being in denial. Day 3 without Claire and I catch myself almost texting her about random stuff. Like I see a funny meme, and my first thought is, Claire would laugh at this. I'm pathetic, I say to my empty apartment. My cat Pixel meows in agreement. Wait, when did I get a cat? Oh, right. Claire brought him over 2 weeks ago, and he never left. Even you miss her, I tell Pixel. He meows again, which I'm interpreting as yes. Day 4, she texts me, back tomorrow, made you something in Chicago. You didn't have to do that. I wanted to. When she gets back, she's holding a deep dish pizza from some famous Chicago place. You brought me pizza. I brought you the pizza. This place has a 3-hour wait. You waited 3 hours for pizza. For you, technically. I may have teared up slightly. Are you crying over pizza? No, I have allergies. It's winter. Winter allergies are a thing. You're crying. Maybe a little bit. We eat the pizza, and it's the best thing I've ever tasted. How was Chicago? Boring meetings and bad weather. Sounds terrible. I missed your commentary on everything. My sarcastic observations. Those, yes. Glad to be of service. We sit in comfortable silence eating pizza. Pixel curls up between us on the couch. This feels domestic, and I don't hate it, which is concerning. Absolutely not. Come on, they want to see who's been occupying all my time. That sounds like a trap. It's just dinner. Famous last words. I agree because she makes this face that's impossible to say no to. We meet at a restaurant, and her 3 friends are there looking at me like a science experiment. So you're the guy. I have a name, but yes, I'm the guy. They ask me questions like I'm being interrogated by the FBI. What do you do for fun? Depends. Does avoiding social interaction count as fun? Claire kicks me under the table. He's joking. He plays video games and watches anime. That's not joking. That's accurate. Her friend Sarah looks skeptical. Claire's never spent this much time with anyone. Maybe she's just really determined to win the bet. The table goes quiet, and Claire looks uncomfortable. What bet? Sarah asks. Oh no. You didn't tell them, I ask Claire. Tell us what? Another friend asks. Claire's face is red, and she's glaring at me. Nothing. Inside joke. I decide to bail her out because I'm not a complete monster. Yeah, just something stupid from when we met. The rest of dinner is awkward, and Claire barely talks. After dinner, she's quiet on the drive back to my place. You didn't have to cover for me. Your friends didn't know about the bet. No. Why not? Because it stopped being about the bet weeks ago. Oh. What do you mean? She parks outside my apartment and turns to look at me. I mean, I actually like spending time with you. The bet was just an excuse. That's concerning because I'm a mess of a human being. You're really not, though. Claire, I eat cereal for dinner and haven't seen sunlight in days. But you're also kind and funny, and you don't pretend to be someone you're not. That's because I lack the energy to maintain a fake personality. See, that's what I mean. We sit in silence for a moment. I think I'm starting to like you too. I admit. Starting to. Fine, I definitely like you. Happy now. Very. She kisses me, and my brain short circuits like a computer with too many tabs open. When she pulls back, I'm just sitting there frozen. You broke him. I think I did. Give me a moment to process. Take your time. Week 8, and we're officially dating, I guess. I don't really know how this happened, but here we are. She still comes over to cook, but now we kiss sometimes, which is new territory for me. You're a terrible kisser. Excuse me, I'm great at kissing. You're really not. You kiss like you're afraid I'll bite you. Valid concern. She teaches me how to kiss properly, which is humiliating, but also kinda nice. Better. I hate that you're good at teaching things. I'm good at everything. Except winning bets, apparently. I didn't lose, you fell for me. Technically, you fell for me first, so the bet is invalid. That's not how it works. That's exactly how it works. We argue about the bet logistics for an hour like nerds. Month 3 arrives, and the bet deadline passes. Claire's friends demand to know the results. We meet them at a bar, and they're all excited. So did you win? Claire looks at me and smirks. Technically, no. What do you mean, technically? He didn't fall in love with me, we fell for each other, so it's a draw. That's the dumbest loophole I've ever heard, Sarah says. I disagree, it's actually quite clever, I add. You two are perfect for each other. We really are, it's disgusting, Claire says. Jake shows up and sees us holding hands. Finally. What do you mean, finally? Dude, I've been waiting for you to get a girlfriend for years. This is your fault for introducing us. You're welcome. Month 4 arrives, and the topic of meeting families comes up naturally. My parents want to meet you. That sounds terrifying. I'll pass. You can't pass on meeting my parents. Watch me. I'm very good at avoiding uncomfortable social situations. They're not that bad. All parents are that bad when evaluating whether someone is good enough for their daughter. You're overthinking this. I'm thinking the exact right amount, which is a lot. She eventually wears me down because she's relentless. Her parents live in a suburb that looks like it's straight out of a home improvement magazine. Your childhood home looks like a stock photo. My parents take lawn care very seriously. I can see that. The grass has better grooming than I do. Her dad opens the door, and he's exactly what I expected. Tall, intimidating, probably has a shotgun collection somewhere. So you're the boyfriend Claire won't stop talking about. That's me, the subject of excessive conversation apparently. Her mom is friendlier, but I can see her analyzing me. Claire says you're a software developer. Yes, ma'am, I write code, and occasionally it works. And you met at Jake's party. Yes, she made a bet she could make me fall in love in 3 months. Claire kicks me under the table hard. A bet, her dad says slowly. He's joking, very bad sense of humor. Claire says quickly. I'm actually not joking, but we can pretend I am. Dinner is awkward as I predicted. Her dad asked me about my career plans, my financial stability, my intentions. I plan to keep coding, I have a savings account, and my intentions are to not mess this up. Honest, I appreciate that. Her mom asks about my family. My parents are divorced, dad lives in Arizona, mom is in Florida. I'm here avoiding both. That's sad. It's practical. We talk on holidays and birthdays. It works for us. After dinner, her dad pulls me aside for the talk. You treating my daughter right? I'm treating her the best I know how, which admittedly isn't much, but I'm trying. She seems happy. She has questionable taste, but I'm not complaining. He almost smiles. You're weird. I've been told that my entire life, yes. But you're honest about it. Too much effort to pretend to be normal. Fair enough, just don't hurt her. Working very hard not to do that. On the drive back, Claire is quiet. That went better than expected, I say. You told them about the bet. You said be honest. I was being honest. I meant honest about other things. Should have been more specific with your instructions. My dad liked you, though. Are you sure he looked like he was planning my murder? That's just his face. Comforting. Week after meeting her parents, she insists on meeting mine. My family situation is complicated. I don't care. I want to meet them. My mom will ask invasive questions, and my dad will talk about golf for 3 hours. I can handle it. You say that now. We fly to Florida to visit my mom first because she demanded it. Mom opens the door and immediately hugs Claire like they're old friends. Finally, he brings someone home. Mom, please don't. Don't what? Embarrass you? Too late. Already happening. She shows Claire my childhood photos, which is my nightmare. He was such a cute kid. I was an awkward kid with bad haircuts. Same thing. It's absolutely not the same thing. Claire is laughing at a photo of me in a dinosaur costume. You were adorable. I was 7 and forced into that costume. Still adorable. Mom makes dinner and interrogates Claire gently. So how did you two meet? I made a bet I could make him fall in love, Claire says. Why does she keep bringing up the bet? That's romantic. It's actually not romantic, it's weird, I correct. Did you win the bet? Mom asks, still determining the results. She won. She definitely won. I admit. Mom looks thrilled. After dinner, Mom pulls me aside. She's wonderful. I'm aware. Don't mess this up. Everyone keeps saying that. I'm starting to feel pressured. Good. You should feel pressured. Thanks for the support. Next day, we fly to Arizona to see Dad. He lives on a golf course retirement community. Your dad retired early. He sold his company and now plays golf 7 days a week. Living the dream. Living a very boring dream. Dad is exactly as I described. He talks about golf for 2 hours straight. Claire is being polite, but I can see her eyes glazing over. And then I got an eagle on the 14th hole. That's impressive, sir. Do you golf? No, but I'm willing to learn. Why is she lying? She hates golf. After Dad goes to bed, I confront her. You don't have to pretend to like golf. I want your dad to like me. He already likes you. You laughed at his jokes. They weren't funny. Exactly. Fake laughing at bad jokes is the ultimate sign of respect. Your family's nice. They're tolerable humans. You love them. I tolerate them with affection. There's a difference. No, there isn't. Agree to disagree. Flying back home, I realize we just did the whole meet the parents thing. That's a serious relationship milestone I wasn't prepared for. You okay? You're quiet, Claire asks. Just processing that we're apparently serious enough for family introductions. Does that bother you? No, just unexpected. I'm not used to relationships progressing normally. This isn't normal. We started with a bet. Fair point. Nothing about us is conventional. Would you want it any other way? Absolutely not. She holds my hand during the flight. I don't pull away because I'm getting comfortable with physical affection apparently. Character development is exhausting. Why do you have 14 throw pillows on my couch? It's called decoration. It's called an invasion. You love it. I tolerate it. She's managed to get me to leave my apartment regularly, which is impressive. We go to movies, restaurants, parks like normal couples. Look at you, touching grass. I'm only doing this because you're blackmailing me with good food. Whatever works. My sleep schedule has somewhat normalized. I'm eating actual meals instead of surviving on cereal. You've domesticated me. It was easier than I thought. Rude. Jake and Claire's friends constantly make fun of us. You guys are like if a romantic comedy had a baby with a sitcom. That doesn't make sense, I say. Neither do you two, but here we are. 1 year anniversary, and Claire has a surprise for me. I got you something. If it's more throw pillows, I'm moving out. She hands me a box, and inside is a custom gaming controller. It has our initials engraved on it. This is actually really cool. I know, I'm the best girlfriend ever. Top 5 at least. Who are the other 4? I haven't met them yet, but I'm keeping my options open. She hits me with one of her 14 throw pillows. I got you something too. I hand her a poorly wrapped package. Inside is a first edition of her favorite book that she mentioned once 6 months ago. You remembered. I remember everything. It's a curse. This must have cost a fortune. Worth it to see your face right now. She cries, which makes me panic. Why are you crying? Did I do something wrong? These are happy tears, you idiot. Oh, good. Those exist apparently. Year 2 and we move in together officially. My apartment becomes our apartment. She redecorates everything and I pretend to hate it. Where's my gaming chair? I upgraded you to an ergonomic one. I didn't need an upgrade. Your back did. You're 29, not 19. Low blow. Living together is surprisingly easy. We have our own routines that somehow fit together. She works from the living room. I work from the bedroom. We meet in the kitchen for meals. This is very domestic. Is that a problem? No, just weird that I don't hate it. Character growth. Her friends come over for girls' night, and I hide in the bedroom. I can hear them talking about me. He's actually really sweet. Yeah, when he's not being sarcastic. That's his love language. Claire defends me. I text her. I heard that. She texts back, good. Year 3 and people start asking when we're getting engaged constantly. No pressure, but you guys have been together for 3 years, which is a while. 3 years isn't that long in the grand scheme of things, I argue. It kind of is, though. Jake disagrees. Claire and I haven't really talked about marriage seriously, mostly because I'm terrified of serious life-altering conversations. One night she brings it up casually while we're watching Attack on Titan. Do you ever think about getting married? Like in general, or specifically to you? Specifically to me, obviously. Sometimes, when I'm not actively avoiding thinking about the future. That's not reassuring. I'm working on being better at this. Are you, though? In my head, I'm trying. Does that count? No. She goes quiet, and we watch 3 more episodes without talking. The tension is building, and I hate it. I'm scared, I finally admit. Of what? Of commitment, of things changing, of somehow messing this up. We've been living together for over a year. That's commitment. But that feels different somehow. Marriage is permanent and legally binding. You can get divorced. That's not the encouraging argument you think it is. She laughs, but it sounds forced. I'm not trying to pressure you. I know, but everyone else is, and it's getting to me. Forget what everyone else thinks. That's easier said than done when your mom keeps sending me wedding dress pictures. She does that. Weekly, I have a folder now. We agree to table the marriage discussion for later. Later never comes because we're both avoiding it. Month 39, and we have our first major crisis. Claire gets offered a job in Seattle that's a massive promotion. It's everything I've worked toward. The salary is incredible. That's amazing. You should take it. It's in Seattle. I'm aware of Seattle's geographical location, yes, which is not here. Oh. So you'd have to move. We'd have to move, or do long distance or something. Long distance relationships have a 70% failure rate. Where did you get that statistic? I made it up, but it feels accurate. We spend 3 days barely talking while we both think. Jake calls me because Claire called him crying. What did you do? Why do you assume I did something? Because Claire is crying about the Seattle job. I told her to take it. Did you offer to move with her? Long pause. I didn't think about that being an option. You're an idiot. This is established fact, yes. I go home and Claire is packing, which is concerning. Where are you going? My mom's for a few days. I need space to think. About the job. About everything. Everything including us. She doesn't answer, which is answer enough. After she leaves, I sit in our apartment alone for the first time in months. It feels wrong, empty, like something essential is missing. Pixel meows at me accusingly. I know I screwed up. You don't need to judge me. He meows again, definitely judging. Jake comes over with beer and pizza. You look terrible. I feel worse than I look. What's the actual problem here? She might move across the country and I don't know what to do. Do you love her? Obviously, yes. Then it's simple. You move with her or you propose long distance doesn't work. What if she says no? To moving together or marriage? Either, both, I don't know. You're spiraling. I'm aware. He makes me write down pros and cons of moving to Seattle. Pros: stay with Claire, new city, fresh start, adventure. Cons: leave my job, leave my friends, leave everything familiar. The pros outweigh the cons. Do they, though? Yes, unless you're planning to let her go. I'm not. I can't. She's everything. Then you have your answer. 3 days later, Claire comes back. We need to talk is implied in her expression. I've been thinking, she starts. Me too. I don't want to move to Seattle without you. I don't want you to move to Seattle without me either. But I also don't want to give up this opportunity. You shouldn't have to choose between career and relationship. So what do? I come with you. She looks shocked. You'd move to Seattle. I can work remotely from anywhere. You can't pass up this job. Are you sure? No, I'm terrified, but I'm more terrified of losing you. She cries and hugs me. This is huge. I'm aware I'll need like 6 months of therapy. I'll pay for it. Deal. We spend the next month planning the move, telling my job I'm going remote permanently, finding an apartment in Seattle, saying goodbye to friends. Can't believe you're moving, Jake says. Can't believe it either. You really love her. Unfortunately, yes. That's the least romantic thing you've ever said. It's honest. Moving day arrives and I'm having second thoughts. We can still back out, I tell Claire. We absolutely cannot. The moving truck is already loaded. Minor detail. You're nervous. Terrified is more accurate. Me too. You don't seem terrified. I'm faking confidence. It's exhausting. The drive to Seattle takes 2 days. We listen to podcasts and argue about fast food stops. We're not stopping at another gas station. We stopped 20 minutes ago. I need coffee. You had coffee 20 minutes ago. That was then. This is now. Arriving in Seattle feels surreal. Our new apartment is smaller but nicer. This is really happening. Having regrets. Maybe minor ones, but mostly excited. Liar. Fine. I'm 50% excited, 50% terrified. Honest. I appreciate it. First week in Seattle is adjustment hell. Everything is different. I don't know anyone. Claire is working long hours. I'm alone in a new city, feeling sorry for myself. How's Seattle? Jake texts. Rainy and lonely. Make friends. I don't know how to do that. You made friends with Claire. She forced herself into my life. Different situation. I start going to a local game store for fighting game nights. Meet some people who are surprisingly cool. You just moved here. Yeah, followed my girlfriend for her job. That's commitment. Or stupidity, jury's still out. After a month, I'm adjusting better. Have a small friend group, found good coffee shops. Routine is establishing. Claire comes home from work excited. How was your day? Made some friends at the game store. Really, that's amazing. Don't sound so shocked. I'm proud of you for branching out. It was either make friends or descend into hermit madness. Smart choice. 3 months in Seattle, and I realized this was the right decision. Claire is thriving at her job. I'm happy working remotely. We're building a life in a new city together. Thank you for moving here with me, she says one night. Thank you for being worth moving for. Was that romantic? I tried. It worked. Month 40, and I decide to propose. Not because of pressure, but because I genuinely can't imagine life without her. I plan this elaborate proposal at the art gallery where we had our second date. Jake helps me set it up. This is actually romantic. I'm proud of you. Don't get used to it. I get Claire to the gallery under the pretense of a new exhibit. When we get to the main room, there's photos of us throughout our relationship. What is this? A timeline of you slowly breaking down my emotional walls. She's already crying. You hate romantic gestures. I hate them less when they're for you. I get down on one knee and pull out the ring. Claire, 3 years ago you made a bet that you could make me fall in love. You technically won because I definitely fell. Will you marry me and continue putting up with my nonsense forever? Yes, you idiot. She tackles me and we fall over. Graceful. Shut up and kiss me. Jake is in the corner taking photos and crying. I'm not crying, you're crying. We're both crying. I admit. Wedding planning is exactly as chaotic as I expected and worse. Claire wants a big wedding with all the traditional elements. I want to elope to Vegas and be done in an hour. We compromise on medium-sized, which apparently means 200 guests. Your definition of medium is broken. Your family is huge. Medium is literally impossible with your relatives alone. Then we'll have a large, small wedding. It's a new category I just invented. That's not a thing that exists in reality. It is now, I've decided. The wedding planning takes 6 months of constant decisions. What color should the napkins be? White. Napkins should be white. This isn't complicated. But we could do sage green to match the theme. Napkins don't need to match a theme. They need to clean faces. You're no fun. I'm realistic about napkin functionality. Claire's mom gets involved and everything escalates. We need to book the venue a year in advance. The wedding is in 4 months. Exactly, we're behind schedule. Somehow we find a botanical garden that has an opening. It's perfect, Claire says, looking at the space. It has plants and chairs. Requirements met. You're going to try to be romantic about this. Define try. Put in effort. That's asking a lot. The vows are the hardest part because I'm terrible at expressing emotions. I write and rewrite them 15 times. Jake reads the final version. These are actually good. Don't sound so surprised. You wrote that you'd leave your apartment for her. That's huge for you. It's the truth. She's the only person worth leaving my comfort zone for. See, romantic. Accidentally, maybe. Rehearsal dinner is the night before and I'm nervous. You're shaking, Claire observes. I'm not nervous. I'm conserving energy through minor tremors. That's not a thing. It is now. Her dad pulls me aside for another talk. You ready for this? Absolutely not. Terrified, actually. Good. You should be. Marriage is serious. Very encouraging, thank you. You'll be fine. You make her happy. I try, most days. That's all anyone can do. Wedding day arrives and I'm surprisingly calm. Maybe because I've accepted my fate, or maybe because I actually want this. Standing at the altar waiting, Jake next to me is best man. Don't pass out. Wasn't planning on it. Just checking. You look pale. That's my natural complexion. Claire walks down the aisle, and I forget how to breathe for a second. She's wearing a simple dress that somehow makes her look incredible. You're staring, Jake whispers. That's literally what I'm supposed to do. When she reaches me, she's smiling. Hi. Hi. The ceremony is a blur of words and promises. My vows come out less awkward than I feared. Claire, you're the only person I'd willingly leave my apartment for on a regular basis. You've made me a better person, even though I fought it every single step of the way. I promise to always let you pick what we watch, even though your taste in shows is objectively questionable. Everyone laughs, which was not entirely my intention. Her vows are actually emotional and beautiful, unlike mine. You showed me that love doesn't have to be perfect or polished to be real. You make me laugh every single day, even when you're not actively trying to be funny. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life annoying you and being annoyed by you. We kiss, and everyone cheers louder than necessary. At the reception, Jake gives a speech that's surprisingly heartfelt. I introduced them 3 years ago at my birthday party and honestly didn't think it would work. Claire made a bet she could make him fall in love in 3 months. She technically lost because it took way longer than that. But somehow these two absolute idiots figured it out anyway. To love and friendship and bets that backfire spectacularly in the best way possible. The party goes until midnight and I'm exhausted. Can we leave yet? It's our wedding, we have to stay. But my social battery died 3 hours ago. Mine too, hang in there. Finally we escape to the hotel. We're married. I'm aware, I was there when it happened. Doesn't it feel weird? Everything about us has always been weird. This is consistent. Fair point. We fall asleep in our wedding clothes because we're too tired to change. Most romantic wedding night ever, obviously. 5 years since the bet, and we're celebrating our second anniversary. Remember when you thought you could make me fall in love in 3 months? I was young and naive. You were 27. Like I said, young. We're sitting on our couch with our cat named Pixel. We have a cat now. You wanted a cat. You said cats were just furry roommates that judge you. I was right. Look at him judging us right now. Pixel is indeed staring at us with what can only be described as contempt. He's perfect. You're ridiculous. You married me. Biggest mistake of my life. You don't mean that. I really don't. Life is weird and unexpected. 3 years ago, I was a hermit who thought love was a scam. Now I'm married to someone who bet she could change my mind. Hey, Claire. Yeah. You technically did win the bet. How do you figure? You made me fall in love, just took longer than 3 months. So I won. On a technicality, I'll take it. That feeling when someone bets they can make you fall in love. That feeling when you're determined to prove them wrong. That feeling when you realize you're fighting a losing battle. That feeling when losing becomes the best thing that ever happened to you. That feeling when a stupid bet turns into a marriage. That feeling when you're grateful someone was stubborn enough to not give up. My face when I fell in love, despite my best efforts not to. My face when she won the bet, and my heart. My face when I realize I'm living in a romantic comedy and don't hate it.
She made a bet 3 months to go. Could she make me fall? I said no. Met at a party, she sized me up. Said I can make you fall in love. 3 months is all I need from you. I laughed and said, lady, you'll lose. Designer clothes and perfect smile. I'm in my hoodie, gaming style. She's confident, I'm skeptical. This whole thing seems improbable. Art galleries and wine she poured. I'm making fun of paintings bored, but somehow laughing side by side. Maybe she's winning, can't decide. Girl bet she could make me fall in love. She lost or did she? Push came to shove. 3 months turned to years somehow. She's cooking in my kitchen now. Yeah, she bet she could make me fall. Lost the timeline, but won it all. Who's a winner here? Can't say, but I'm still here anyway. Curring dramas changed my mind. Fighting games, she's so kind. Tournament win, she's screaming loud. Made me a shirt, I'm kinda proud. Chicago pizza, 3-hour wait. She thought of me in another state. Pixel the cat chose me over her. This domestic life's a blur. Seattle job, she had to go. Pack my life, here's what I know. Moving across the country far. For someone who raised the bar. Girl bet she can make me fall in love. Lost the 3-month deadline from above. Years later, married now somehow. Still gaming but with wedding vows. Yeah, she bet she could make me fall. Technically lost but won it all. She changed my life in every way. Glad the bet led me astray. Hermit life to married man. Never thought I'd change my plan. She forced her way into my heart. Now I can't imagine us apart. Our galleries, 2 vows we made. From betting games that we both played. She won by losing pair.